the GTA 6 News Channel.
Hello guys, and welcome back to the GTA 6 News Channel. This video is everything you need to know about the main characters in the upcoming game, Grand Theft Auto 6. We will get into all the main characters, as well as some side characters too. I will be using all the information I gathered from trailers, Rockstar's website, and leaks to help with this video. And I'm just so excited to show you guys all the nice juicy details about each one. Let's get right into it. Let's start things off with Lucia Caminos, the first ever female protagonist in Grand Theft Auto games. She's breaking barriers in a way that completely redefines what a GTA lead can be. Possible actor Manny L. Perez. This chick is a bred fighter. Her father taught her how to fight since the moment she learned to walk, and she has been fighting for herself and her family ever since. You might be wondering how we know she's such a powerhouse. Not only is it supported by the many screenshots on Rockstar's website, but also by the Golden Glove necklace she is rocking in screenshots. And take it from me, getting those golden gloves is not easy. This hidden detail could also mean something huge for gameplay. We might see in-depth fighting mechanics return as a major activity, just like we all loved in previous Grand Theft Auto titles. And here's a quick fun fact for the lore hunters out there. Lucia actually lived in Liberty City, the iconic location for GTA 4. But how did she transition from those cold streets to a modern jail cell? The opening of Trailer 2 sees her coming out of prison, which is likely happening in the early game. Rumor has it she served time for a crime directly related to protecting her family. Because of that, her core motivation seems to be making a better life for herself, the exact life her mother always dreamed of. When it comes to pulling the trigger, early leaks suggest Lucia's special focus ability leans heavily toward high-damage precision shots, with slowing down time. But she isn't doing this alone. Let's talk a little about her relationship with Jason Duval. We know they are together because, let's just say there are some very intimate moments shown between them. They share an incredibly close bond, forming a modern Bonnie and Clyde story. They are striving to move up in the world, transitioning from small-time robbers to taking down massive banks. But a romance built on crime is dangerous, and Lucia could ultimately be the best or the absolute worst thing that could ever happen to Jason. That brings us perfectly into our second protagonist, Jason Duval, a man trying to get over a troubled past, but who always seems to end up in something much deeper. Possible actor, or rather actors, Dylan Rourke, Gregory Joseph Connors, and Troy Baker. Jason's early life came with incredibly difficult circumstances. Plus, he was constantly surrounded by crooks and lowlifes. It was this exact troubled youth that ultimately led him to have a military stint. His military background isn't just a rumor either. It's heavily supported by the tattoos on his body. Many sharp-eyed fans have pointed out the uncanny resemblance between his tattoo and one frequently seen on real-life U.S. Special Forces soldiers. So, how does that background translate to gameplay? His history in combat might directly influence his special abilities, though we don't know for sure just yet. Interestingly, his unique special ability may actually revolve around finding high-value loot in the world. We see him working for a local, long-time drug mover named Brian Heder. We will get into him in just a moment. Overall, Jason comes off as a laid-back guy who is well known throughout the Leonida Keys. If you look closely at the screenshots and footage we see of Jason, you can actually see his muscle mass change and his hair vary. This strongly indicates we might see a dynamically changing body system like GTA San Andreas, or real-time facial hair growth like Red Dead Redemption 2. But even if that's not dynamic, I'm absolutely loving the deep variety and character customization we've been seeing so far. What makes Jason even more interesting is his network. He has deep friendships with a lot of side characters that we will talk about later in this video. We're talking about characters like the wild, fun-loving Cal Hampton and the cool, laid-back Draquan Priest, co-owner of Only Raw Records. Draquan is currently signing the massive talent of Real Dimes, a group made up of Roxy and Bay Lux. I am absolutely sure all of these friendships are going to add up to some incredibly fun side missions during our main story playthrough. Want to find out more about these side characters? Stick around, because our next section dives deep into all of them. Enter Brian Heder. This old man may look like a beach bum, but he moves like a great white shark. Possible actor, Stephen Root. Brian is a major property owner and has been a prominent drug runner for many years. Get this, he has potentially been operating since the days of Tommy Vercetti back in GTA Vice City. Because of this, Brian might actually give us some incredible inside knowledge about Tommy and the legendary time period he ruled. Brian seems to be incredibly close to Jason, acting almost like a father figure or a mentor. In fact, on the in-game website, it explicitly states that Jason lives rent-free at one of Brian's properties, so long as he helps out with criminal shakedowns, and stops by to taste Lori's sangria once in a while. And yes, for those wondering, Lori is Brian's wife. But Brian isn't just a lucky criminal. He also appears to have serious ties to law enforcement, which is proven when he directly informs Jason that the authorities already have his information. This insider access perfectly explains why he has successfully gotten away with being a massive drug smuggler for all these years. His hangar also seems to be a major hub for the story. We see Jason and another key character, Cal Hampton, unloading unmarked cargo from a plane, which is heavily implied to be drugs. And while we are on the subject of the hangar, let's get right into Cal Hampton. Cal works alongside Jason for Brian and seems to be a close friend with Jason as well. Right off the bat, you can tell he is, let's just say, a little weird. He gives off a massive Lester vibe, completely obsessed with conspiracies and computers. Even his unique tattoos showcase his heavy conspiracy theorist vibe. Despite the weirdness, he is a fun-loving guy who I am absolutely sure is going to bring some hilarious, memorable moments for all of us. Last, but certainly not least, let's talk about Boobie Ike. This man is a local Vice City legend and a former hustler turned legitimate business mogul. Possible actor, Johnny Ray Gill. Boobie has his hands in all kinds of operations. I'm talking about high-end real estate, recording studios, and prominent strip clubs. And let's be real, the drug game is likely paying for it all. His empire includes the famous Jack of Hearts strip club, and we honestly have to give a massive thank you to this man because he is the proud owner of one of the main locations where all of those glorious GTA 6 jiggle physics will be prominently shown. When you look at his demeanor, he seems like he's all smiles and good vibes, right up until it's time to sit down and talk about real business. And speaking of business, let's take a closer look at his close friend and business partner, Draquan Priest. Draquan is the co-owner, alongside Boobie, of Only Raw Records. Draquan is a pure street dude who moves more like a raw hustler. Now he's using those exact street hustling skills to help him finally succeed with the music label he has always wanted to build. Draquan strongly feels that the musical duo Real Dimes, made up of Roxy and Bay Lux, is his golden ticket to achieving that dream. These two girls have been inseparable. They went from being high school friends to literally shaking down street dealers together. Now they are widely known for making serious money on social media while simultaneously laying down incredibly hot music tracks. Their group Real Dimes actually had a massive hit song 5 years ago with local rapper Downplay, and they are desperately hoping that lightning strikes twice with their new music. And speaking of social media dominating their lives, what do you guys feel about social media being such a massive and integrated thing in the game? Let me know in the comments. Based on their clear inspiration from real-life groups like the City Girls, I have a strong feeling all 4 of these characters are going to lead to a ton of wild, highly entertaining moments throughout our journey in the story. Okay, time for the bonus section. We're gonna do a rapid fire on some smaller key or interesting characters. Balcony Girl, is that Lucia? This cop shown multiple times. He looks pretty angry. Raul Batista, criminal mastermind and bank robber, seems to be a big part of helping cast in the later story. Mustache Man in trailer 2 twice. Is that a coincidence? I think not. Florida Gangsters, with great attention to detail, I might say. And iguanas, lots and lots of iguanas. There you have it. Everything you need to know about the powerhouse characters driving GTA 6. I want to know what characters you're most excited to play as, or even interact with. Also, drop your interesting theories below in the comments. As always, subscribe for more news and enjoy your day. See you next time.